thought we would have a change of scenery, except this is a very odd angle, isn't it? Ooh. Welcome to my couch. I feel like today is like a Dr. Phil sesh because today we are doing some real talk, and yes, we are doing some real talk. We are up to week 4 or module 4 of the 6 Steps to Awesomeness, and this is our Badass School mini crash course, and I hope you're really loving it. Like, let me know if this is useful. Like, give me a heart, thumbs up. Let me know what you're learning, if you're actually enjoying and appreciating this little mini crash course. I am getting a lot of private messages saying that you're loving it, so that is a positive thing. Anyways, this week's always a bit challenging because I think there's a big difference between like airing dirty laundry, complaining, talking about shit that's really not necessary, but also then showing the realities of business and sort of preparing you for what's to come without demotivating you. And the reason that I actually put this one into Badass School is because I really wasn't prepared for the challenges. I guess when I started my business 6 years ago. So I just jumped in. I didn't really think about consequences, about things that might change, about challenges I might overcome. And of course, like, you know, our leaders are not trained to be like, here's all the bad shit that's going to happen, because they want to keep you motivated and inspired and everything's positive and yeah, which I appreciate. And I think there needs to be a certain level of this happy, positive, shiny bubble. But I also think it's actually important to know what you can expect. And even if you never come into these challenges, which I've never seen anyone that's blitzed through network marketing or any business in general without any challenges ever, PS. But even if you have not personally experienced this, I think it's important for you to know that when your consultants maybe go into witness protection, or when they disappear, or when you're just not sure what's going on, you can sort of sift through and potentially see if it's one of these challenges that either you are going through, or somebody that you know, or your upline, or somebody in your success line is going through. So that's why I sort of go into this as a part of Badass School. And it is, after all, we've removed negative messages, we've figured out who you are, we've looked at your social media. There's a 2-week break between social media and this section, so you have 2 weeks to really get your momentum on. And now we talk about the realities of business. And next week, well, tomorrow for you guys, we'll actually go into then how you can overcome that. So it's not like I'm just going to drop all this shit on you and be like, good luck. We do actually go into how you can then overcome those challenges. So I've just written down a few of the ones that I want to talk about today. And let me know if there's anything else that you have questions about. This is a really good opportunity to sort of check in and ask how you can overcome certain things if you are currently going through those. So feel free to ask me that. But I'm just going to basically go ahead and talk about a few of the things that I've experienced, both myself or seen, you know, leaders or other people in my organization or other people that I just know in network marketing go through. So the first reality of running a network marketing business is that you are not going to have the support that you hope for. Just going to say it. There's going to be friends that don't agree with what you're doing. There's going to be family that don't agree with what you're doing, especially as Gen Y. What you'll find is our parents are exactly in the demographic and the generation that went through network marketing when pyramid schemes were sort of happening, and when there was a lot of, how can I say, like pushiness, there was a lot of salesiness, there was a lot of, what's the word, deception? I know it's a very strong word, but there was a lot of deceptive tactics happening, probably like maybe 15, 20, even maybe up to 30 years ago. And I've heard a lot of stories from, you know, baby boomers especially, talking about network marketing, how there was a lot of recruit for, and then recruit for, and then recruit for, and then just going door knocking to people's houses and holding meetings and not telling people what the meeting was about, and then it was network marketing, and then the person was stuck, and then they lost money, and there was a lot of that going on in our parents' age. And so what happens when we now step into network marketing, it's a completely different story now. We've got, you know, we're very well regulated, pyramid schemes now illegal, we've got the DSA looking after us, you know, the culture is changing, and that's what, you know, Kata the brand is about too, is changing that culture. But I think you have to understand that when you go to your parents and you say, I'm doing network marketing, they have an alarm bell that goes off, and within good reason. They're not trying to be an asshole about it. They're actually trying to protect you, because from their actual experience, network marketing was an industry where maybe they were taken advantage of, or they lost a lot of money, or they ruined friendships, and they're trying to protect you, and they don't want that for you. And it's difficult to explain that, mum, dad, or whoever, network marketing has changed. It's a different industry now. It's evolved a lot. We learned a lot from the past. So when you start network marketing as a Gen Y, and if you have a Gen Y team, please know that their parents are going to be one of the hardest people to convert, not to do network marketing. I never suggest that you work with your family and friends, but convert in the sense of support because of their actual experience. So I think it's important to understand that your parents probably won't support you. They're going to say they support you, but they're always going to have that bit of skepticism because of what they've experienced. So just understand that. The other thing that you might not get is support from your friends. So I'm speaking as a Gen Y here again. And the reason why, firstly, there's two types of Gen Ys. One that's completely oblivious to network marketing as an industry. I prefer them because they don't have any preconceived ideas. But they don't really understand the power of network marketing. The second category, though, is people that have seen their friends adopt network marketing and just want nothing to do with it because they have been targeted by the spamminess. They've seen their friends go from zero to crazy. They haven't been well trained, so they've experienced this pushy, sleazy, salesy thing in network marketing, or they've experienced their friends starting network marketing, all of a sudden becoming, more developed with their mindset, and they basically had a negative experience in some way, shape, or form. And those are the people that, being Gen Ys, they're not very good at confrontation. Instead, what they'll do is they'll bitch about you, they'll talk about you, they'll put it on social media. And I've had a lot of that. I've had a lot of negative Gen Y attacks through social media, through talking about me behind my back. I remember when I started network marketing, I actually lost an entire group of friends. So I lost my best friend, I lost an entire group of friends, eventually I lost my boyfriend as well. And all of that was non-confrontational. All of that was going to breakfast and talking about me. All of that was putting snide remarks on social media. All of that was, saying things to me like, I'm going to be successful in network marketing, but I'm going to be alone. Or why can't I just be normal and have a normal job? Or why can't I just give it up? So it's those types of comments that you might actually experience. And I want you to know that it's completely normal. It sucks that it's normal. I don't think it's fair that it's normal. I think, no one gets judged for wanting to be a personal trainer or for wanting to throw $100,000 into a college degree where they might not have a job, or to open their own business without any research, without any business coaching, without anything. Like, people don't attack those sort of things, although they're a lot riskier than what we do in network marketing. But it's very, very easy for people to attack network marketing for a multitude of reasons. One, it's a different industry. It is something that people are unfamiliar with, or they've had a negative experience with, and it's something that takes balls. And I find a lot of the time the people that are the fastest to judge are the people that could never do what you're doing. And I just want to encourage you to keep going with what you're doing. Don't listen to the negativity around you. Expect it. Love on them anyway. I know in my first ebook, so Build Your Business Like a Badass, it's a free downloadable ebook. You can find the link on my Facebook services page. I actually go into the conversations that you can have with your friends and with your family, with your support network, about how to explain network marketing and what you're doing to them, to sort of try and gain some sense of support, or at least stop them attacking you. So I'll tell you some of my personal experiences. So I do quite well in network marketing. I'm still here 6 years later. I absolutely love it. But some things that I've personally been through, I have been yelled at in public at a cafe while I was having a meeting with two of my consultants because a girl thought that I wrote a blog about her. I have seen Snapchat stories attacking me and my team, which was, I never actually had a conversation with this girl. I actually don't know who she is. She was the same one that yelled at me in the cafe. She actually put a Snapchat story up about how we all make money off each other and how we're a bunch of fake bitches. And it was pretty awful. And that obviously made its way back to me. That hurt. I have had my car vandalized, my company car vandalized. What else has happened? Obviously, I've had people like unfriend me and delete me, ignore me in the street. I've seen girlfriends of mine turn and walk the other way, which was ironic because years later, they actually joined my network marketing business under somebody else, like within my organization. I've had death threats recently. I've had death threats. I have had people threaten to take my car, threaten to take my business, threaten to take legal action if I ever mention them in videos. What else? I have had, okay, let's see. Okay, so that ex-boyfriend told me that I would basically die alone and dumped me. That ex-boyfriend got really insecure about my success and tried to manipulate me and break me down. Also tried to destroy my business through my website. That ex-boyfriend never took me seriously and basically told me that everything that I was doing was a joke. So these are the things that I've gone through. And I often see relationships break apart through network marketing when the woman is in network marketing and she's growing and she's inspiring and she's starting to read personal development books and she's becoming more of who she is. I find if you don't have the right man by your side, if you don't take him with you on the journey, if you don't learn as a woman how to communicate like a man as well and how to sort of ask for the right support and how to talk to him in his language, I do see a lot of relationships break apart simply because the woman doesn't need the man anymore. She isn't insecure anymore. She builds this huge, like her self-esteem skyrockets, and a lot of men can get very intimidated by that. So there is a lot of coaching that I do with my girls, especially if they're in relationships at that point where I can see that there's starting to be too much distance between her and her partner, where for her to be able to take the next step in her business and maintain her relationship, there's a lot of work that needs to be done in that relationship as well. So that's something that you're highly likely to face as well in network marketing, is actually having to come face to face with rebuilding your relationship with your partner, because the dynamic will inevitably change. Okay, so how to overcome the lack of support. Firstly, there's conversations that you can have. Again, in my ebook, I go through that, how to have conversations with your partner, with your friends, and with your family. Secondly, expect to be disliked, especially if you've been surrounded by people that are not really doing a lot with their lives. I know when I was in the public service and I started my business, I got a few comments like, oh, what, public service isn't good enough for you anymore? Because I already had a great job, I had great income, I had a great career potential, I had a great lifestyle. And I had to turn around and say, you know what, public service has been great, but I want more. I actually want more. And what you'll find is when people are attacking you about this stuff, or they have little snide comments, or you feel a bit left out, it's not about you. You have pushed a button in that person that makes them have to look at their life and see, are they really happy? And what I find is people, even if they're not happy, will pretend to be happy, because when you realize that you're not happy, and there's work that you have to do, that means there's work you have to do, and it means you're unhappy. And I don't think people really like to admit that they're unsatisfied, they're unhappy, because once you admit that, it means that you have to do something about it, or accept the fact that you're accepting a shit life. So I find when you start to build your business and work your life and work hard and create more, you actually push this button in other people around you that are unsatisfied. And a lot of the time they will take that out on you, by challenging you, and what they're really looking for is approval. So don't worry about that, expect it, love on them anyway. The best way to overcome all of these challenges is to actually lean into your business, lean into your team, lean into your community, and talk to the people that have done it before. I remember the day that I got yelled at in the street, and it was that same day that my car was vandalized. Like, I was a wreck. And I remember calling one of my girlfriends who's a level higher than me in my network marketing business. She's not in my team. She's just a girlfriend that I love and I rely on. And I called her in tears and I said, what am I going to do? Like, this just happened. I'm distraught. Like, I don't know how to act. Like, I haven't done anything wrong. Like, I haven't done anything bad to anyone. I'm so confused. Like, what the hell? And she goes, Katarina, like, if you're not willing to be hated by 100 people in order to help 1,000, you're not ready for the next level. And then if you're not willing to be hated by 1,000 people to help 10,000, you're not ready for the next level. She goes, the more attention that you get, the more you help people, the more positive energy is, the more negative energy will come your way too. You have to accept it as a part of success. And to be honest, like I heard her, I listened, I thanked her, but I didn't want to accept it. I really don't like the thought or the feeling or the notion that when somebody is successful, people will not like them. And I don't know if this is just Australian culture. I know it's quite different in the US, and this isn't as big an issue in the US. But I know in Australia particularly, tall poppy syndrome is a real thing. And tall poppy syndrome is basically the fact that there's a field of flowers, and when one poppy actually grows up past the rest of them and gets the sunlight, the rest of them pull it back down. And I know in New Zealand, I have team in New Zealand, it's even worse. I know the culture in New Zealand is very much you do what you can to survive, and anything above that is like it's indulgence. And why would you want a fancy car, and why would you want more money? Like you should just want family, health, and happiness. That's it. So I think cultural things are an actual thing. So if you have team in Australia or New Zealand, understand that tall poppy syndrome really is a thing, and it's quite nasty. Especially with women, especially with social media. So expect that though. You've got to expect that, and you have to lean into your team, and you have to lean into your mentors, and you have to ask questions about how did you overcome this as well. So you are not alone. You haven't done anything wrong. By all means, do not stop building your life because somebody else has a problem with it. They don't pay your bills. And like I always say, unless somebody has what you want, they've done what you want to do, or they are the kind of person you want to be, don't listen to their opinion, okay? So it's just a part of success. And the more successful you become, the more of this stuff's going to happen. And believe me, recently I have gone through absolute hell with attacks. Like I'm literally talking written death threats from people that I haven't spoken to in like a decade. So if I can get over it, so can you. Okay, other things that you should expect in your business. What are you guys saying? Totally agree with tall poppy thing. Totally agree with tall poppy thing. Yeah. Yes. Hi, Kata. Hi, Crystal. Hi, everybody, by the way. Hi, Alicia. Hi, Cassie. Hi, Catherine. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Crystal. Hi, Angela. Hi, Carly. Hi, Lauren. And everybody else that's on there too. So, other realities of business that you can expect when starting a network marketing business, or any business really in general. There will be ups and downs. And this came as a shock to me. Because when I started network marketing, I was like a little ace. I was going up, 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 up. I was in the top of this, the top of that. I was like the golden child. And I thought that was normal. Like I really didn't appreciate how well I was doing because that's all I knew. And when things started to go down, when I started to go through, different adversities, different challenges, different growth times in my business, I crumbled. I really crumbled. I thought I was a failure because people quit. I thought I was a failure if my numbers went backwards. I thought I was a failure if somebody said no. It took me a really long time to understand that this is business. And especially guys in network marketing, we're a people business and we're predominantly women. We're 90% women in network marketing. And think of us, guys, women, we're just like emotional as fuck. Like if we have our period, we don't want to do anything. If we've had a bad day, we don't want to do anything. Like we'll come up with excuses not to go for a walk with our best friend if we can't be bothered. Like we're an emotional driven industry, which is hard when you're booking appointments. It's hard when you're talking to prospects. It's hard when you're trying to follow up, because even if you do every single thing right, even if you do all the technicalities right, you do all your scripts right, you do all your follow-ups right, we're still a human business. And what that means is that you are not in control. You are not in control of somebody else's life if they decide to work that month or not. You are not in control if that person's dad gets sick again and they take a month off and it impacts your business. You are not in control if somebody doesn't have the money to purchase your products. Like we're not in control. You're not in control of who you meet and where they're at with their lifestyle and whether they say yes to you. So it's a funny industry because people go, oh, it's too good to be true. Fuck off. It is not too good to be true. There is so much work required in this business. And sometimes people get lucky and they find all their aces in a row and so they become successful. Not because they're a great leader or because they're magic or because they're a unicorn, because they happen to find the right people at the right time. And I feel like I'm one of those people that, my sponsor, I love her so much. Still to this day, I am so grateful to her. But she didn't have the magic words. She didn't do anything special. She didn't do anything special at all to make me successful. It was me. It was me that it was the right time in my life. She gave me the opportunity. She said a few words. She says, why don't you just do this business? And I did the rest. I'm one of those unicorns that people want in their business. And I know from experience, she didn't do anything special to find me. She happened to be at the job at the right time. We happened to become friends, and she happened to offer me the business. And I think you need to know that those sort of things happen where you come across a person, it's the right time, they're amazing, they just joined, they do great, fly away. But then there are going to be times in your business where it doesn't matter how many people you meet, they don't want to do it. They don't have the need for it. They're just not clicking with you. They don't want to do network marketing. There's so many reasons. And you have to remember we're a human business. So in those periods of downtimes, just keep doing what you can. Keep doing what you can, but enjoy life. Don't sacrifice your happiness to push and hustle and make people do the business. Because here's what happens when you make people do the business. They'll join, you'll succeed. They go, why the fuck am I doing this? They quit, your entire business crashes. Not only is that a pay cut for you, it's an organizational collapse, but it's an emotionally hard thing to handle when your team quits because they didn't want it in the first place. So there's a massive difference between becoming successful and staying successful, especially in network marketing, especially where a lot of compensation plans don't have any kind of like performance account. Like if you don't maintain that month, you drop back. So what's better? Becoming successful, being like a star child for 3 seconds and having the paycheck and then losing it? Or step by step, sustainably, without the rah-rah, finding the right people, building the relationships, building your culture, building your foundation. Guys, this is a benefit of network marketing. You build it beside your life and beside your career. If you're really doing that, if you're just building it beside what you're already doing, there's no pressure, there's no stress, there's no financial strain, there's no desire or need to build this huge organization and do things that are not ethical or are not sustainable. So please look at your entire life when you're building network marketing. Have that safety net. I didn't quit my job for 2 years. I matched my full-time salary in 6 months, and then I kept working because, like, why would I put that pressure on myself? I think there was a statistic that said, I think 33% people that build their network marketing businesses beside their job and do both of them are 33% more likely to succeed and to maintain their success than people that jump from a job straight into their network marketing business and put all that pressure on. Because when you put that pressure on, that's when you're more likely to do things that are more desperate, like push for end of month sales, like convince somebody to sign up, like tell someone they should spend a little bit more. It's those little unethical things that build up over time. And it's those things that your team, as they get more educated, will start to see in you as a leader. And it's those reasons that you're going to start to be disrespected as a leader and why people will eventually quit. Because people want to work with somebody who's solid, who's grounded, who's ethical, who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. So expect the ups and downs. It's a part of life. It's a part of business. But everything will always come back up as long as you keep going. Other realities of business. You're going to have to be patient. And more importantly, you're going to have to be disciplined. The one thing that I really, really had to work on in order to become successful in network marketing and stay successful in network marketing was discipline. And not only was that scheduling, which is why week 6 of Badass School is scheduling, and I put such a huge emphasis on that, but discipline mentally as well. And what that looks like is not having an emotional fit when something happens. And your bounce back rate will be faster. For example, yesterday I had an absolutely terrible day. I had, like I said, these crazy emails and all sorts of awful things that were being said about me and sent to random people about me, which worked their way back to me. And that was hard. That was really, really hard. But I was really proud of myself because I bounced back within the day. I called someone over to give me a hug and help me. I spent time by the pool refreshing myself and just getting sun. I went for a mountain walk with a girlfriend and I went to a dance class, which makes me happy. I piled on the things that made me happy on a day that I just wanted to hide. I asked for help from my coach. I told her where I was at. Like, I did all the things to set myself up for a bounce back. Now, 5 years ago, if that would have happened, guys, I wouldn't have spoken to anyone for a month. I would have been out. I would have quit my business. I would have quit my life. I wouldn't have been okay. But through discipline and practice and understanding myself, I was able to bounce back quickly. So today, I'm good. I'm good. Today, I was helping somebody else who was upset for me about it over the phone. I was coaching them. I'm like, it's all good. here's what we're going to do. We're good. So you're going to need to get disciplined. And if you don't have discipline right now and you're like, oh, I could do network marketing, but I'm not disciplined enough, that's okay. We all start somewhere and you're going to build that skill over time. So just know the person you are today probably couldn't handle the business that you want, but you will learn. You will learn, and there's going to be people helping you through adversity. And that's what this video is about. Expect it. It's okay. The cool thing about network marketing is there's so much structure and support. The books that we ask you to read, the audio books to listen to, SoundClouds, you've got Facebook Lives, you've got team support. You have so much love around you. This is the best place to go through shit in your life because there is so many people that are cheering for you that will pick you back up. Network marketing, the communities in network marketing, there's nothing like it. There is nothing like it. We're at a place where you can be so honest and go through so much, and people still want you to succeed, not just in business and financially, but personally too. So without my tribe, man, I would not have handled the last few years without my team. Honestly, they're family. So expect that too. Expect to have a new family through your network marketing business. Alrighty. Other things that you need to expect, realities of network marketing. You won't get to the top and stop. And I know people go, it's a pyramid scheme. And I had someone say it again yesterday. It's a pyramid scheme. Really? Really? Let me tell you, I work fucking hard in my business to maintain my business. Pyramid schemes are where you go to the top and you can just sit there and cruise. That doesn't exist anymore. And I think people think they've arrived in network marketing. It's not like that, guys. It's a real business. And yes, the advantage is so much better than traditional business because of the time leverage aspect of it, because of online sales and consumable products and how it all works, and because you set up a team to keep working. But you still have to set up a team. And here's what happens. Network marketing has a huge attrition rate because it's just random people that decide to run a business. It's so easy to start. If you applied the same principles and the same expectation to a traditional business, like traditional business, most people fail. Let's just be honest. They just straight up fail. Network marketing, you can't fail because there's systems for success. So if someone doesn't do well, it's because they're either not following the system, or they chose to stop, or they're doing the wrong thing. Like there's literally no option to fail in network marketing. It's like, I don't know, it's like opening an advent calendar. Every single day is numbered. You open the little door and you eat the chocolate, and then you get to the end and ta-da. It's like that. Every single day in network marketing is numbered. There's literally a step-by-step process. If someone is not capable of following a step-by-step process, probs are not going to be good at anything, like really. And I think people are really harsh on network marketers because there's so many people coming in to the industry and because it's so public. But if you were to look at running a traditional business and how many people say they're going to start a business, I'm so over getting invitations to people's Facebook businesses. Like, I love you. I'm not ever going to accept them because you invite me again in 3 years' time if you're still in business. Because most of the people who send me Facebook invites, it's a new one like every 3 months. They have a new awesome business idea. Like, come on. So when you compare apples to apples, there's no failure in network marketing. However, there's huge attrition rates because people realize, like they do with jobs, like they do with working out at the gym, like they do with a diet, like they do with having an idea to run a traditional business, that it requires work. And most people are lazy and they're just not going to do the work. That's why there is a huge attrition rate in network marketing. That's why you cannot stop, because you need to keep finding new people who want to be part of your business. Some of them will use it as a stepping stone. That's awesome. Some of them will stay for life. That's a smaller percentage. Some of them will build huge and then they get over it. They go, nah, I've done it, I've tried it, not for me, because they can see it's consistent work. So you have to understand people are going to quit your business, not because you're a shit leader or you've done anything wrong. I mean, maybe you are a shit leader and you have done something wrong, in which case, self-reflect, but usually because they realize there's work required. Okay, this has gone for too long, so I'm going to just buzz through the rest. Other realities of business. Your team may not like you. And I know a lot of people start network marketing because they love the concept of being a superstar and a rock star within their team, and that's ego talking. And you can play that shiny game for a while, but there's a massive difference between being like your company famous and people in your company liking your posts and all of that versus actually being long-term successful. I'm a big longevity person. I really respect longevity. I'm a loyal person. I think there's a massive, massive difference between building a huge empire and helping people and maintaining it, and how you do that. I have seen people step all over their uplines, their success lines, their sister lines to get to where they want to be, and then they consider themselves successful. I do not. I do not consider a position successful. I really believe leadership is action, not position. However, some people just want to be loved and adored, and what they don't realize is that the people who love and adore them to their face are talking about them behind their back because they're an awful human. The other things are, some people on your team you're just not going to gel with, because you don't get to pick everybody. You get to pick the people direct to you, but they may attract people who are not your vibe, and they may not like you, and that's okay. In the end, the benefit of network marketing is that there's systems, and you don't have to work with everybody. That's a good thing. If you don't want to work with someone in your team, you can just pop them onto the system, attach them to another leader, and off you go on your merry way. And I have done that more than once, said I can no longer help you because our values did not align anymore. So more often than not, you have an amazing culture and it's family and everyone loves each other, but there's always going to be a few people that don't like you, and that's okay. You won't be enough to inspire every single person in your organization. There's going to be people that go after other leaders. There's going to be people that look for other coaching. There's going to be people that look for other inspiration, look for someone more like them, and that's okay. Let people discover themselves. Our job in network marketing is to make independent leaders. You don't want them to be reliant on you. You don't want your team texting you every 3 seconds. Like, let them be independent. That is the beauty of this business, is that when you've done your job properly, they're just doing their thing, and you can focus on your life. You can focus on new business builders. You don't have to be holding someone's hand. If your whole team is reliant on you, I'm going to be a bit in your face and say you're not doing your job very well. Or you're bringing people in that are not willing to be independent. So have a look. Is your team independent? Are they still independent but a community? Or are they totally dependent on you? So do a bit of analysis of where your team is at. Okay. The last thing that I want to say about the realities of business, and especially network marketing, is that success comes with a bite. And it really is true. What people have been saying to me lately is that the more successful you are, the more people you're going to aggravate and piss off. And it comes from insecurity on their behalf. It comes from a desire to do what you're doing. It comes from the ability that they're jealous or they're insecure. And I've had a lot of that. I've had lots of friends be jealous and insecure and stab me in the back because of it, and they couldn't explain why. When I've gone to confront them or ask, they just simply couldn't explain why. And yeah, it fucking hurt. It took me years to get over losing certain friends, and I still wonder what happened, and I still miss them, and I still love them. And I don't wish we were friends, because once you've done that, like, you're cut. But it hurt, and it's taken, even though logically I know it's them, like it's their insecurities, it's just I might have changed the direction of my bus, they wanted to get off, whatever it was, it still hurts. And I want you to know that's a part of it. And especially with friendships, I really believe not everyone's meant to be in your life forever. And although we have lifelong friends, I do believe that as we grow, as we ascend, as we pick a different direction, have different goals, things like that, people have the right to get off your bus. If they don't want to go in that direction anymore, if you change the direction, if you change the speed, if they want to go somewhere else, they're going to get off. And that's okay. You have to love the time you had with them, appreciate everything you had together, and allow them to move on. And just know that better people are coming. You don't go backwards. If you've learned from those experiences with the people in your business, in your life, in your family, then it can't get worse. The next friend that's going to come in is going to teach you something new. You're going to become even better. You're going to make better decisions. You won't make the same mistakes if you're aware and conscious of these things happening. So just know, the faster you move, the more successful you become, the more you grow, the more people are going to drop off, because people don't want to move at that speed. Most people want to just be mediocre, and that's okay. But you will find the unicorns that you get to play with. You will find other incredible people. The support that you get from network marketing is incredible. The lifestyle, the freedom, the money, just the time and the peace of mind that you are working to become the best version of you. Guys, there's nothing like it. The way that I can give back to my family now, there's nothing like it. The way that I actually know how to listen to my friends, there's nothing like it. Like, the benefits of network marketing are so outweigh the challenges They so outweigh the challenges. Especially if you're young, if you're fully able, if you're healthy. Guys, we have the biggest opportunity to really take this business model and just do whatever we want with it. We're gonna be the next generation of multi-millionaires because of this industry. It is so untapped. And if people around you are skeptical, that's okay, because guess what? We're the ones with the opportunity. We get to inspire people and we get to run with it. Like I said in my last video, heaps if you loved it, this is gonna be the sexy bitch of all industries because of us. We are those trailblazers right now. We get an opportunity to reinvent an industry. How amazing is that? How incredible is that? We're just getting started. We are just getting started, and things are just gonna be so much more wild and incredible and fun than we ever expected, because as an industry, we're linking arms. There is no more company to company rivalry. That's going. It's completely going. The more we understand our personal brand and the more we promote ourselves as individuals and become stronger and more empathetic and more lovely to people and kinder and just spread joy and abundance, the more people are going to be drawn to us. The more our industry is going to become attractive to people, and the more we can change lives. And I don't mean that in like a philosophical change lives. I mean literally show people what's possible and step by step help them. And your network marketing business is the base of all of that. Everything. I really believe network marketing is just such an incredible tool for so much, and so underestimated. And it's us right now, you and I, everyone that's on this live, everyone that follows what we do with Kata the brand, it's us that get to be the difference makers. And it's incredible because our wealth is going to skyrocket. Our health is going to skyrocket. Like, don't you just feel so lucky? I do. I really, really appreciate being in this industry, and I'm just so grateful to be a part of it and to get the opportunity to share it with other people. So that's what I want to share about the realities of business. Did you learn something? Is there something that you heard that you did not expect to hear? There's so much more in week 4 of Badass School. And oh my God, I totally forgot. Badass School intake is open. Woo! So it's officially open. You can officially pay your registration. You can do your full payment or you can do the split payment. I put that up on the website finally. You finally have an option to split pay. I've started adding people into Badass School already, which is so exciting. I'm sending out certificates to Badass graduates today. Finally, they've been sitting on my desk waiting for this cohort to finish before I just post all of them out. So Badass School intake is open from today through the 4th, and then on the 5th we kick off Badass School, the second cohort. I'm so excited. I am so excited. I just sent everybody an email as well reminding you that that was there. So as usual, I'm going to load this little video up onto YouTube so you can share it with anybody. Check out the Badass School page. And I'm so excited for this next cohort. This is going to be a wild year. Guys, we are just getting started. So have an incredible day. I love you, and I will see you back here tomorrow for week 5 of Badass School Crash Course, which is Wine Not Wine. It is all about the mindset that you need to adopt to run your network marketing business. So I love you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah. Bye.